Oh yeah, we're gonna do it one time like this in the midst of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? In the belly of the beast. You know, it's about to rise like yeast in this situation. Enough situation to complicate.
West Productions, we have the opportunity to speak with Dr. Chavis. Thank you, sir, for being here. In your station as executive director of the Hip Hop Summit Action Network, I think you and I would be in agreement that hip hop in its present manifestation is a dead art form, in that it is not intellectually or spiritually fruitful at the moment. What do you think? How do you feel about my generation and what we should do to reverse that reality and perception?
Well, yes. Well, thank you, brother. I'm glad to be here. We're here in Kansas City. I'm glad to speak to you on this subject matter. I believe that hip-hop is not dead. I think hip-hop is alive, but I think hip-hop has a lot of diversity, ranging all the way from gangster rap to gospel rap. There's a whole lot of diversity. And I think sometimes when we focus only on the negative, we lose sight of the overwhelming positive attributes of hip-hop culture. Hip-hop now is not just an American phenomenon, it's just not a black phenomenon. Hip-hop is global, where young people all over the world are vibing to hip-hop in music, in poetry, in fashion, in design, in lifestyle. Hip-hop is a consciousness. Hip-hop is the cognitive expression of young people all over the world. And one of the things we want to do, if we want to clean up the negative of hip-hop, we have to clean up the negative of the social conditions that a lot of these lyrics reflect. A lot of times people want to clean up lyrics but don't want to clean up the social condition that the lyrics reflect. And so I think that, yes, hip-hop is at a turning point, no question about it. But I'm optimistic. When I see what Nas is doing, when I see DMX just put out a new album, it's got a lot of positive stuff on there. I think that hip-hop is rebounding, not can rebounding, I think it is rebounding. Hip-hop always has its valleys and peaks. And I think that as hip-hop reascends, I think you're going to see some of the best of hip-hop. We just listened to Chinga tonight. Chinga's a very positive rapper. And I think that, I think there's been too much focus on the negative. I think what Don Amos did had nothing to do with hip-hop. He was just trying to use that as an scapegoat. But it is a good, healthy discussion that we have internally in our community. And I think we have an opportunity now to move forward. But move forward being inclusive rather than pointing the fingers at one another. We all have to own up to responsibility. With freedom of artistic expression comes responsibility. We all have to be held accountable for what we put out. The karma you give out is the karma you receive.
Yes, sir. I know you advocate banning certain derogatory terms from the hip-hop vocabulary. I recently heard Russell Simmons on Laura Ingram's nationally syndicated talk radio show, and she asked Mr. Simmons to take the same stance, to which Mr. Simmons replied that he can't do that, citing artist lean. How do you feel about artist lean?
Well, I think first of all, just so people don't misunderstand what we were saying, what we said was that the N word, the B word, and the H word should be bleeped on clean versions. The truth of the matter is, on many radio stations, those words were still being heard. We said that those words should be bleeped. We support the artist's right to freedom of artistic expression. But on the other hand, we also tell the artists we all have to be responsible for what we do. So we believe that the industry can self-regulate itself, that the artists, the problem is that when you try to tell an artist what to do, what not to do, that's not really the issue. The issue is the artist should be true to the artist's self. The artist should be true to one's community. The artist should be true to the world in which we live in. And this world that we live in needs to be challenged. And sometimes it is left unfortunately, to the poets. It's left sometimes to the artists, people who paint paintings. Sometimes they're very controversial paintings, but it makes people think. It makes people wake out of their slumber, out of their sleep. I think personally,
brings awareness.
Exactly. I think sometimes we accept poverty too much. I think they got the lights on us.
Okay, brother.
God bless you.
Time out for all of the devil's works and all of the little devil doers. Check it out. You best get yourself together, cause God's about to make a change like the weather and give you some real shit to endeavor. When the lottery, soon as a boy nigga gets some money, he said fuck the